So, you know, find somebody that can help put together a demo tape, you know, guide you in the right direction, you know, not taking too much of your money and time, somebody who knows what they're doing, somebody who's involved with the business, and then go from there.
Locally, John Love with Blue Water Studios. John Love does classes and stuff. And
there you go.
John Love. You have to remember that. Write that down.
Right on. Good luck.
Yes.
Me and book 10.
Yeah, given the industry, what about dealing with rejection, either at the beginning or anything like that, for both of you?
John Love.
I had a lot of experience with rejection from asking many women out on dates. The harshest things come out of females' mouths when you ask them out on a date. Well, but my ways were crude and they were elementary. I probably would have said no to me. But I guess it's part of the. I mean, it's part of the. It's like an NFL player or a sports player. Like injuries are just part of that job. So rejection is part of it. I mean, and it doesn't matter. I mean, it doesn't matter how badly you want that role. It's there are so many different factors that go into you getting that part. I mean, it literally could be, for example, this happens all the time. An agency will send in 7 different reads on tape, 7 different live reads on tape of a script. Well, if the agent isn't liking the first 3, they quit watching. Maybe the last 4 are going to be awesome and they're going to find their winner in that last 4, but they're not going to watch because the first 3 ruined it for them. Or maybe the casting directors just came back from lunch and one of them just discovered they're lactose intolerant. They're not in a good mood. And so when they're watching your, you know, they're not in a good mood, or like that you may look like their ex-wife or ex-husband, and then they hate you and they want you to pay alimony.
Yeah, or if you go in for an audition and you see somebody who, you know, it's like, I've thought not booking a job by the way the producer would treat me. I'm like, oh, I must remind him of his ex-wife or something. I'm like, geez, you know. But yeah, in the beginning, for me, I know the rejection was a lot harder to take. Now it's like, next, you know.
Drinking.
No.
You don't do that?
No.
I don't know.
You know, I once had an acting coach who said that actors are emotional athletes. It's like you're an athlete, but emotional athlete, and you have to, number one, you have to have a really thick skin, especially in LA. I don't know, I mean, it's like, it can be really brutal, so you've just got to toughen it up and you don't take it personally, you know? Unfortunately, it's like, we're artists, so it is personal because it's really, you're giving a piece of yourself, but on the other hand, it's your business, and as a business, you have to just keep it moving.
What's your most horrific, like, rejected audition that you've done? Or best or worst?
Oh, there's so many bad ones, I wouldn't even be able to remember.
Take your time.
Huh?
Take your time.
We have a half an hour. I don't know, what's yours?
Let's see.
Not long.
I think there was one time where I was joking with the director, but they took me seriously. And so it was something like, it wasn't as bad as like, your 2 kids are dead and I did it. It wasn't something like that. Just kidding. It wasn't something like that, but it was like, I can't even remember what it was. Like, it really is like you block it out. Like, kind of like when they wouldn't let me back into Canada, you kind of block that out.
Yeah, you have to, because you got to keep going.
Yeah, because early on you take the rejection hard. Because you're like, man, what is it, maybe I should quit. What is it about me that's not working? And you take it personally, you get angry. But then you realize, because you run into these casting directors later, they don't even remember you.
Yeah.
And it's not because they didn't like you, it's just because they're seeing so many people and they're doing so many things, it's not personal. Mostly. Sometimes it is, though. Like, sometimes you walk in and you're like, oh, there's my girlfriend's ex-boyfriend. And so, like, I did a movie once where this girl, that I was seeing, her ex-boyfriend, the one right before me, was editing the movie. And so a lot of my stuff miraculously disappeared for a little while until the director's like, get that stuff back in there. But like, you know, stuff like that can happen because this is a personal business anyway. But so at the same time we're saying it's not personal, it very well can be, but
Yeah, you just gotta keep moving.
yeah.
Yes.
How much wood could a woodchuck chuck?
Like both thinking.
If the bear poops in the woods, does anybody smell it?
Yes. When I was coming in on the plane, I was like,
Wood, right?
oh,
Have you guys like done anything weird to try and alter your voices? Like for example, in Bleach, when you guys get engaged or something, do you guys have to like, I don't know, do something like Vic and like stuff your mouth or something to make it sound more like real? Or
do something like Vic, you said?
yeah. There's like this episode of Full Metal.
Yeah.
Miniata. Miniata.
Like, have you done anything weird to like try and alter your voice so it sounded more real?
I did for Kung Fu Panda. I played Baby Tai Lung. And I had to do the baby crying. And when I do baby crying, I will put Kleenex in my mouth, like
Ew.
just to give it that, you know, kind of feel. But that's the only time I've ever done that.
I'll make different faces with hands and mouth and stuff. If that's what's happening on screen, like with Sergeant Frog, I'll do some stuff like that. But generally, if there's eating or anything like that, I just do it with what's inside my mouth. And I got like a lot of teeth, and I've got like this big tongue. I use that, and I can pretty much.
Kitty's place. She doesn't ask. No, I'm too afraid. Don't worry about it. This is the
For
first time
both
we're
you
gonna
as actors, do you ever play a role or have a specific episode that really challenged you as an actor?
Yeah.
Anytime that yowie pops up.
Oh! Yowie pops up.
Don't let me get my yowie pound out. Challenging. Anytime that there's like, one time in Tower of Jiraga, I had to maintain I was charging up my sword like Link, and I had to, it's in like the first episode, and the yell is 47 seconds long.
Whoa!
And we couldn't patch in for that. So we couldn't do some of it, stop, get a breath, and then come in, because I couldn't hit that exact pitch again. Because it was just always just like a semitone, like just a little bit off. So we tried it about 9 times, and then I finally was able to get it, but 47 seconds long of like a, yeah, that for 47 seconds.
Oh!
That's incredible.
It was
I can't
not
even
fun.
imagine.
Yeah, that was hard. And then I probably took 3 to 4 years off my life. If you haven't seen that show, please check it out.
The other Michelle?
On Ouran High School Host Club, what's it like working with different?
Yeah.
What's
Yeah.
it like working with him?
It's really funny.
Vic is a very talented voice actor. He has been doing this a very long time. He has an instinct for anime and for a lot of projects. He's very skilled in the booth, and working with him, we don't often get to work together because a lot of times it's not like in Japan. In Japan, when the seiyus record, the actors record, they're all in the room at the same time, and they have the mic set up, and they don't wear shoes. And when it's their turn, they're looking at the script and they go, and then the other person goes up and they say the line, on this call. And so,